1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. Fans around the world, in Australia and especially here in New South Wales, to the iconic football home of Lambert Park in the Sydney suburb of Leichhardt. We are here to call round 19 action for the National Premier League Women's Competition for New South Wales, courtesy of the Football New South Wales YouTube live channel. We are, of course, calling an almighty clash between APIA Leichhardt and Sydney University. My name's John Rizzuto. It's a pleasure to be here with you once again to call all the footballing action. A rare double for myself, and I'm very excited to be back here at, I guess a personal special place for me. My old man grew up playing here, and I'm very excited to be back calling this one. This should be an absolute doozy between 6th placed APIA and 10th placed Sydney University. Both sides are out on the field, so let's take you through the starting sides, both coming in as winners courtesy of games on Wednesday night, and are both eyeing a potential run into the finals come at the end of the season. Let's start off with the away side, starting with Sydney Uni, who just make the one change from their win during the week. Charlotte Owen is in number 2. Amelia Feeney, the captain, is once again at the back, partnering alongside Charlotte Hogan in number 6. Talia Capitanellis is in again at left wing. Maddie Caspers gets her start this week after a heroic performance during the week with a late goal. Talia Sandbrook starts again in 16. Poppy Tay, Jenny Hill in 19 and 20 respectively. Sophia Fonte is that change, replacing Hannah Callahan in goals. Xantha Jurek is in 32. And Maria Savalius is in at 33 to round out the starting side for the away team. On the bench of Megan Simpson, Rugi Egan-Brown, who drops off the starting side this week. Hannah Callahan on the bench. Kiara Bonora returns. Jennifer Kokoris does as well, alongside Tiana Petkovsky for Sydney University. As for the home side, just the one change themselves. Sophie Magers in goal. Claudia Chico in 2 at fullback. Jessica Seaman returns to the starting side at centre half. She'll be alongside Tay Reremoana Walker. Ashley Crofts, the captain, is on the wing. Jordan Janos is 13. Mia Golding, 14. Estelle Fragale, 16. Sophie Hoban in 18. Alyssa Rose, 38. And Ashley Brodegan in 39. The bench is Teal Kilbride, Charlotte Lancaster, Hannah McNulty, Imogen Lane, Zoe Panagopoulos and Paige Cuthill for the home side for you, who are coming off a monstrous win during the week over Western Sydney Wanderers 5-1 on the road. This one should be an absolute cracker, as I said previously. APIA on 30 points, Sydney University on 21. A little bit of a bottleneck from 6th, or I should say 5th, down to 10th. So a big win here for Sydney will give them plenty of hope that finals is still on the card for them, whereas for APIA, they want to make sure that they stay with that pack so that they don't lose any ground on the runaway leaders. And we are underway with Sydney University kicking off. They play the ball down field towards Magus in goal, and she picks it up very comfortably, and that'll be the first foray forward for the away side that doesn't go to plan. With an intent to get the ball and play direct. The key here for them. Here comes Seaman with her first touch. It's across to Chico, and then she'll come back to Seaman now. There's Janos there, who gets pressured and loses the ball. Good opening pressure there by Poppy Tate. Sydney University's intensity going to be key if they're going to walk away with 3 points today. Hogan just plods one forward in hope, but Caspers is not in the vicinity, and it's easily collected again by Magus. Let's do that one away quickly. It's not a great clearance. It's picked up by Capitanellis. Tries to play it past Walker on the score sheet last week. When I say last week, in the last game, which was played on Wednesday, amongst many of her colleagues who fancied their first pie of the week, the past season, I should say. Here comes Seaman now. She goes long, up towards Crofts, whose header doesn't find the intended targets. They do manage to retain possession here. APIA. There's Janos now. Nowhere to go. As well to just find her centre half and play backwards. Here's Walker, touch a little heavy, and then runs into Caspers. It's a terrible mix-up at the back, and Mega steps up early to make a very important save. Walker, with the heaviest of touches, ran straight into a standstill Caspers, and it felt very kindly in the end there for what should have really been the lead had not Megas stood up well and made a really telling save. Now they have a free kick here, Sydney University, as the pressure remains consistent and ominous. And what can they do here from the set piece? Owen is going to take this one, potentially. Captain Ellis is there as well. Looking like it will be the ever-present number 7. Who will try and whip this one in. It's very high, it's gone towards the back post. There's plenty of players there, it's crossed the face of goal, and somehow it hasn't gone in. One of either Amelia Feeney or Charlotte Hogan were at the back there, and it somehow wasn't diverted in. It went straight across the face of goal. In fact, it might have been Talia Sandbrook there in there as well. It was an excellent delivery from Captain Ellis. And APIA under all sorts of pressure early on here. The University, of course, are on a really nice run, 3 wins in their last 3 games. They're full of confidence. And of course they'll be fired up for this one because they fell just short against the hosts today when they last played over at the Sydney University home ground. That one, 2-1 on the day. Egan Brown was a goal scorer, but it was cancelled out by Ashley Crofts and Walker. And now they come forward, APIA, with Crofts playing it into space. Feeney is there at the back cleaning up, as she does often. Stopping a rampaging Sophie Hoban, who had gotten on her bike and really put the pressure on. Do have the throw here. APIA in an attacking position. Long throw, not an option. Hogan with a nice turn. Beats a couple and then wins the corner. So now it's APIA's turn from the set piece. Crowd again here at Lambert Park. Here comes that ball whipped in towards the near post. Wonderful header, and that's surely over the line. No, off the post and saved. Great reflex save there by the new keeper, Sophia Fante. I thought that had surely gone in, but somehow it remains still 0-0. 2 set-piece opportunities for either side. And somehow the ball hasn't crossed the thin white stripe. It's an excellent delivery. And now here comes Hoban, who's looking very dangerous down that right-hand side. He's rose into space, but it will be another corner. as Feeney once again does her defensive duties. It's gotten very dark here all of a sudden, so the cool air is strolled in, ruining what was a wonderfully temperate day in Sydney. Here comes that corner from Walker towards that near post again. This time it's cleared away. Picked up initially by Janos. She loses out, but Tay wasn't able to capitalise on a swift break. Hoban again finds Walker. Come back here to Hoban. Over to Nellis now. Tries to play Caspers forward, probably in an offside position, and that is the case. Flag going up. APIA don't mess about, they get back underway immediately. No scoreboard today here at Lambert Park. It's not working. One of the older grounds in the rotation here in the National Premier League Women's Competition. So there's no surprise some of the technology doesn't work. Tay does well to hold possession for as long as she can, but eventually does lose out. Chico now. Into Hoban. Now here's for Gale. It's a nice layoff there. But then there's a miscommunication between the APIA players. It still falls their way though. A big hit there by Mia Golding. It's come back though on a swift counter for Sydney Uni with Caspers. We're still going here, looking for options. Then makes the wrong pass. And now Walker can come clear and find Crofts. Crofts has remained on side. Puts the ball in towards the middle. There's Rose who was chasing. And she collided with Fante. The referee says, let's keep playing. This will be off Janos for a throw in for Uni. Poor exchange of play there from the away side. Troubling APIA with that passing sequence. Walker with some time to pick a pass. Fregale gives that ball away, and now Capitanellis can storm down the left-hand side, which she's very dangerous at doing. Has a go herself and finishes like one of the best players in the league. You just knew it was coming as soon as she brought it onto that left foot. A rasping finish from the Sydney University talisman, and she has given them a very well-earned and deserved lead here early on at Lambert Park. A stunning strike from a tight angle, which left Sophie Magus with zero chance of saving it. Sydney University 1, APIA 0, with 12 minutes played. What a wonderful effort that was. It was a poor giveaway initially from Vergale. And it possibly couldn't have fallen to a bigger threat. And I'd happily say it's probably fallen to the worst player that they could have fallen to. And now they come against Sydney Uni with Caspers. Puts a ball in, brought down initially, but then cleared away by Chico. Comes into Caspers, who lays it off initially. The deflection doesn't go their way. It's picked up here. Back towards Capitanellis. Caspers goes for goal and almost finds the back of the net, but not for Sophie Magus again, making a wonderful fingertip save. It almost had the chippies on it to loft over her in goals, but a combination of the outstretched fingers and the crossbar has once again come to the rescue for the home side, who are looking in all sorts early on here. The University could well be 3-0 up. Had it not been for the heroics of their keeper so far. A couple of handballs in there. It's gone in the favour of the home side, and boy, do they need that, because Uni are putting plenty of pressure on, which they are struggling to deal with. This is, of course, somewhat of a local derby between these two, if you think about it graphically as well. So far, it's Sydney University who'll be laughing the best. That's a poor giveaway, though. It's picked up by Hoban. Gratuitously falls back to a Sydney Uni defender. Capitanellis giving Golding plenty of trouble. Seaman has to come across and send it back to Magus, who has to get this away quickly, and does so very well. And Janos has some room to move forward into. Tries to find no captain Crofts. And on that occasion does receive the ball back. APIA just have to reset. Chico now, again, seeing plenty of touches of the ball. No way forward yet, though, for APIA. We'll try that now. Hoban has her heels clipped by Sandbrook. They get a free kick here, APIA. They choose to go short again. Here's Walker. Just goes straight through the middle, looks for Janos, who's got some toe, but it's Feeney again coming across to make a telling contribution defensively. Puts the slide in on the AstroTurf. That'll certainly be a graze. Here comes that corner. Walker takes. It's nicely weighted. And a really telling header away by Feeney. Will send it out for a throw in. Actually, the ball does eventually go out. Here's Golding now. I'll be pinning Sydney University in this attacking corner on the membership stand side here at Lambert Park. Is Hoban not going anywhere at the moment? Tries to get a corner and I believe does so, according to the official on the far touchline. Corner here for the home side. The deliveries have been good. This one isn't as bad either. It's a little lower this time. Doesn't get past the first couple of players, and it breaks kindly to Cabatanellis. And Kaspers is on her bike, and she is onside. Oh, the referee has thrown up the flag. It's a very close call. That one will have to be looked at again on replay. Pico with the ball now. She might have just been offside. Run started a little too early, a little too quick at the striker. Interestingly, there's been a bit of a shuffle at the back here for APIA. Looks like Walker's gone into a sort of left back position here, and then will shift into the middle when they get into a defensive shape. Here's Kaspers looking for Tay, who just wasn't on the same wavelength. Was dallying out wide. Didn't think to make a darting run through the two centre halves of APIA. Rose laying it off to Golding. Crofts was well defined. Golding again. The pass forward through is collected comfortably by Fonte. Nice interchange of passes from Sydney Uni, keeping the ball well. Janellis teaming up very nicely there with Sandbrook. And not like a centre half to come in and just hoof one away when she's not happy with some of the defensive efforts from her side. Giving teammates a chance to reset defensively. Tay goes wide. Tay brings it down. Oh, what a touch there. Now here comes Owen. Look for Tay, but Gale steps up really well and now runs through the heart of the Uni defence. Walker runs into trouble. Owens couldn't find that pass. APIA putting in a bit of effort defensively. Gale stepping up a little bit higher to try and alter proceedings. There's a free kick given there. Time, Hoban guilty of getting a little aggressive in the challenge. Feeney will just go long. Golding does well. Finds Rose, tries to wiggle her way forward, doesn't win the call. Here's Sandbrook now. Who is fouled, and the referee doesn't play an advantage. A chance now for Uni to load the box again. The high intensity of the first 20 minutes Still on show, however, it has gotten a little scrappier in the last couple of minutes, really since the goal, actually. But perhaps the set piece will provide another answer for us. Seamer's there to clear, and then with help from a colleague, it's sent away. It's a Rose that sent it wide. Well, that's a poor challenge. I'm surprised the card isn't shown there. Samantha Urick giving the ball away and then fouling Mia Golding professionally. Capitanellis pinches that off Seaman, and now she can stroll forward. She'll try and use their pace. She tries to find the pass through. Can't do it on the first occasion, does receive the ball back. Sandbrook, nice layoff. A long-range effort will be comfortably saved. Audacious, one might say, from Zavalius. Delalis wins the ball back. The referee will say it's a foul from Sandbrook on, looks to be Hoban there, who's gone down. The referee has said, let's just pause momentarily. In fact, it looks to be Ashley Brodigan who went down initially there. There's Janos. Ball cleared away. He's kept in well by Caspers. Walker picks up a loose ball and now tries to clear. Finds it into Crofts. Lovely layoff. Here comes Brodigan, who finishes brilliantly in the bottom corner. And just like that, APIA punished Sydney University. As I mentioned previously, the play had gotten a little scrappy, and all it took was just a bit of broken down passing to be capitalised on. Ball fed into Crofts, who has provided plenty of goals for the home side this season. Puts it on a plate for Ashley Brodigan, who finishes coolly, calmly and collected into the bottom corner. There's nothing there that Sophia Fanse can do about that. And the score is now level at 1 apiece. And that's exactly the confidence boost that the home side needed after a challenging start to this first half. Game on at Lambert Park as we get back underway via Maddie Caspers. Call from Janos for the linesman to say it was the whole ball. I can comfortably say to you that it was a whole 2 balls that was over the line just then. A bit of scrappiness from the home side as they look to play out of the back again. Worked out in their favour as the ball goes their way. Janos is tripped by Tay, gets a free kick out of it. Put a very loud war cry and claiming it as well. Always be selling, they say. On occasion, it was sold brilliantly. Having said, it definitely was a foul. Lofted in by Rose, flicked on by Croft, and then a shot near post! Make that 9 for the season! And all of a sudden the game is completely flipped on its head. The captain stands and delivers. Ashley Crofts was the only player who wanted the ball from that free kick. It wasn't a particularly good one either, the delivery. It was never really reaching the 6-yard line. Alyssa Rose's cross. But Ashley Crofts said that doesn't bother me. She brought it down brilliantly, got it onto her left foot, and finished fiercely at the near post. Perhaps on that occasion, Fante could have been a little bit better placed. Perhaps she wasn't expecting the shot to even eventuate. Came at her pretty fast and pretty quickly. She even did get a hand to it, but too much power on it to stay out. And all of a sudden, in the space of 60 seconds, APIA find themselves in front, and they now have another free kick to potentially extend that lead. Rose standing over it. The obvious targets, you know. This time it's much better weighted, goes all the way back out to Seaman. Just evades her. It might have even got a touch on it by a Uni defender, and that's the call that comes. It will be a throw-in. Nanos will come across to take it. Leisurely now that they had the lead. Back to Walker. Stick towards Crofts, but it's cleared away initially. Walker does brilliantly, finds Hoban, who can't go past Feeney, who will win the free kick after having her heels clipped. Could have been called a handball, it wasn't. Passing, just evading City Uni right now. Zavalius giving that one away. And now this will suit APIA's style to a T. It will force Sydney Uni to come out and put the pressure on. That won't help their cause though. That's a nice ball over the top. If it can find a Sydney Uni attacker, Chico is well positioned and will just clear it away and find Golding with a nice ball forward. Uni steps in. Sandbrook unintentionally produced a really nice first touch, but didn't see where the ball went and then sent it out of play on the following touch. Hoban, nice ball into the path of Crofts, but it's cut out again by you-know-who, Amelia Feeney. Quick throw is allowing Hoban to find Crofts again, who just goes down the outside of the fullback, Uric, but on this occasion, the left-back does the job. Here's Walker. Into the path of Brodigan, whose touch is heavy. This is Rose side. It is Brodigan. No, excuse me, it was Rose. Apologies. Well, actually right the first time was Brodigan. The 9 and the 8 on the APIA jumper. the font style is very hard to tell. Another free kick, nonetheless, for the home side. Rose will take it. It's nicely weighted as well. There's Seaman, but it's Fante who's strong and brave. Comes out early. Goes long up to Tay, whose touch is good. Here's Owen now. Good ball into Tay. Tries to get it through into Sandbrook, but Golding does really well defensively to come back and intercept. Now Fagale can just reset again for the home side. Here's Chico. And thank you, concerned citizen. It's nice to have a fan. But vision should really be on the game, not my voice, as Chico brings it forward. Rose finds Fagale. Goes wide to Seaman, who's stepped out a bit further forward. It's a bit of a coming together there between a few players. It is once again called in APIA's favour. Here's Walker. Couldn't find the pass, and now Sydney Uni look to break. It'll fall kindly to Capitanellis here. One-on-one with Seaman. Tries to play it in the path of Caspers. It's a well-weighted pass. It's just a little bit too heavy. It couldn't be picked up there by Caspers, but that's the threat that they pose here, Uni. On the break, if it falls to the right players, they can cause APIA trouble. Comes all the way through to Caspers. Comes back here to Hill. Caspers now again. Owen into Caspers. Whips it across just behind Capitanellis. Pressed by APIA effectively. They do pretty well to avoid losing possession until that point. It's a big challenge there by Tay on Janos. The referee is going to say, just watch the next one. That's not a great pass at all from Chico. She gets away with it only momentarily because Caspers has pinched it off Seaman and then just recovers enough because that pass was going into the left foot of Capitanellis, which certainly would have been more favourable for the away side had that ball gone through. APIA just managing to survive another scare. Ball into Caspers. Hoofed away by Chico. Nice touch from Owen though to bring it down. out to Capetanellis, but Stephen wins the header well. Ball now into the path of Durick, who will keep this in. Golding's there to block and effectively win the goal kick. It's good tracking there by the young winger. Again, APIA asking Sydney Uni to press. Walker turns and goes well in open space. She just glides across the ground. Fired out wide now to Golding. Rose has made the run. Feeney comes across and steals possession back. Around 5 odd minutes to play in the first half here. It's been a very entertaining clash between two evenly matched teams. APIA obviously more favoured. Have managed to turn it around. Capetanella storms forward, tries to play it into Caspers, but Chico was there to cover, and again it's Magus who steps up to clear away. Hoban, though, winning it back for APIA. Brings that down. It was definitely a handball which was missed. Walker has to evade plenty of challenges to get out of trouble there and does very well. Great ball there from Walker. Capetanellis will pick this up and then back her pace. And get a pretty decent cross in as well. Seaman covers. And then clears away on a couple of occasions to alleviate the danger. It's Sandbrook now. Lavaliers into Hogan. The full ball trapped in her feet a little bit. Referee says no free kick there from Bagala, and then gets it the other way, which is met with many a jeer from the away fans that have travelled here today. When I say travelled, most of them probably just walked. It's not that far down the road. Hill picks this up well. Tries to find Caspers. The ball is at least kept in by the striker, who has no support. It's a wonderful turn. He's calling for a touch from Chico, but doesn't get it. Up here in the press by Sydney Uni. Hogan needs options. Comes to Capitanellis. Goes long towards Tay. Chico just clears it out of danger. And APIA again will just clear their lines. Crofts will shield this until she's eventually forced to win the throw.
Can you repeat that?
Free kick, which is met from a raft of Sydney Uni supporters who are happy with that decision. Sydney Uni get themselves out of danger. Press very well and win it back through Walker. Golding's made a darting run down the outside and finds a cross away. Pulls Kylie here for Hoban, and it's a wonderful save by Fante. Just manages to sit on the ball to stop it from squeezing through her legs. It really should have been 3-1. Hoban had all the time in the world to put that on either side of the keeper. But she stands tall and keeps her side within the goal. And that would have been a killer blow just before half-time. Both keepers today have made fine saves. Just had a momentary pause here because Fante wasn't happy with Crofts getting in her space as she's looking to take a quick goal kick, or quick clearance, I should say, out of her hands. Which they've done quite a few times today. APIA, they've tried to nullify that a bit. Now just trying to see it out to half-time. Tay does very well to win that back. Then flick towards Capitanellis, who gets a good head on that. Will form quietly to her. She tries a snapshot. She probably had more time than she thought. But considering how long was left of the half, and the goal that she scored half an hour ago, it was certainly warranted the attempt from the Uni winger. But it means that her side do go to the break, trailing by 2-1, after starting brilliantly and full of energy, and got ahead through a wonderful strike from Talia Capitanellis. They have found themselves now trailing to the home side, APIA, who bounced back with 2 goals in quick succession. courtesy of Ashley Bodigan and captain Ashley Crofts, sorry. And they get themselves in a position to say that the job is at least done at this stage. But they've got 45 minutes to contend with. And considering the open pasture of this game and some of the scrappiness in the passing, all it's going to take is one errant pass or poor clearance that can be punished. And that goes for either side. So it's still anyone's here at Lambert Park. Stay with us for second half action. Coming to you soon. be back here on the Football New South Wales YouTube channel for round 19 action from the National Premier League women's competition between APIA Leichhardt and Sydney University. It is 2-1 here at Lambert Park in favour of the home side, who have had to toil their way to the lead. After a slow start, they bounced back and looked the better side, finishing after Sydney University came flying out of the blocks. However, there is still plenty of time left in this game for the change to happen, and I expect that to be the case between these two, because there's been plenty of space and plenty of errors that have befolded before us, and I expect that to potentially be the case again in these cold Sydney conditions on a Sunday evening, as APIA get us back underway.
APIA leading 2-1.
Sydney University, as I mentioned previously, were looking very good starting this game, but just as soon as APIA got that goal, and then they got the second one straight afterwards, it sort of changed the complexity of the game. They have had their chances though, Uni as well as APIA. Both keepers have made telling contributions to keep them at 2-1, these two sides. Feeney just goes long towards Tay. Chico's touch finds Cavatanellis, who lines one up on her left foot, and it's not far away. Just a really exciting player to watch when she gets it onto that left foot. Megas probably had it covered in goals, but it wasn't far off. Does well to bring it down. Oh, what a lovely turn. Pass doesn't quite equal the skill, but the second one does come through to Cavatanellis, who wins a corner for Sydney Uni. An opening chance for the away side to potentially get back on level terms. Comes in towards that 18-yard box again. It's not a particularly good delivery. The shot is straight across the face of goal, but all the Uni players had left the scene, so there was no one to direct it goalwards. As the shot from Sandbrook came back across the penalty spot. Run here from Hogan, still going. Can't go all the way though. Golding, good under pressure. Garley forced to go back. plays that forward, and there should be a free kick called there, as looks to be potentially Tay that was brought down. There's actually been a change out there. Looks like Jennifer Cockerus has come on in 26. Facing Tay, and she wins a corner. Up comes Feeney and Sandbrook again. Nellis will take it. It's hoisted all the way to the back. There's Feeney! The captain steps up when it's needed most and scores in back-to-back games. Sydney University starting the second half like they started the first with a flurry. And this time it's Capitanellis who turns provider from the corner. And Feeney, the obvious target, rises highest to nod home from point-blank range. And all of a sudden, we're back level. Sandbrook comes in with a no-nonsense clearance. Looks like Ruby Egan-Brown is on as well. A double change at half-time. Looks like she might, oh, that's actually no, it might be Tay that's still on in 19, who's now starting up top, and it looks like Hilda that came off. Here's Cockerus, cross the ball, there's Tay! Oh, and she just can't get a touch on it that's strong enough to direct it past Magus. What a ball that was from Cockerus. She's been a brilliant injection out there on that right-hand side. Both captains on either side on the score sheet. Oh, long ball forward, almost finds Crofts. They've got to deal with it here, Sydney. Uni, it's an absolute schmozzle at the back. Crofts still with it. Brodigan tries to get it forward, still with Crofts. And eventually, Uni cleared. There's 3 players down on the ground. Santha Uric is down. Ashley Croft is down. There's another player down as well. I think it might be potentially Ashley Brodigan. Or maybe Alyssa Rose. There was some severely strong tackles that were put in there. Uni almost made a complete mess of it at the back. Bit of an argument here, a dispute over whose ball it is. Union is going to take it, and they're going to play it, and Brodigan has a go. It's well struck. Fante had to make a good save. Captain Dallas just goes long up towards Tay, but Intercepted comfortably by Chico. Gale so good on the ball, and now Golding comes forward, tries to find Brodigan, doesn't. Feeney just goes long, and into the path of Tay. Chico has to get on her bike, has the pace. And she's lucky there that she did, because she completely misread the situation. Golding does well to keep it in. And then find a ball downfield to Hoban, who's let it run nicely. Beautiful cross for Crofts, who's there, who tries to get it back on her right foot. Crofts! And it's an absolute shooting match here at Lambert Park. Another goal for APIA that comes from absolutely nothing. An awful pass from Fragale to Golding is kept in, and then she just sends a hopeful ball downfield. Hoban keeps running. Her ball into the middle is beautifully weighted. Crofts has a couple of cracks on it on her right foot, misses it on both occasions, gets lucky, gets it then onto her right foot again, and smashes it into the top corner across the face of goalkeeper Sophia Fante. And she had no chance of stopping it. And they find themselves back in front. APIA Leichhardt 3, Sydney University 2. Hoban into Walker, who storms forward. Oh, lovely ball into the path of Brodigan, who's onside, trying to find Crofts. Sandbrooks just hoists it high. It's still danger. Feeney to Walker! And that's gone all the way onto the light rail. And that'll be asking the fans who have managed to find themselves a free ticket on the car park at the back to watch this game. And they'll send it back over for us. And that would have been a special goal if that one had stayed on target. Sends it long. Kept in by Capitanellis. Hoban is the beneficiary of a bit of ping-pong football. Oh, and then there's a mistake at the back. Hoban! Wonderful save, Fante. Uric slipped. It afforded an opportunity for the APIA midfielder to turn from provider to goal scorer. But it not again been for the outstretched arms of Fante, it would have been 4 for APIA. Chanting as Veganas, the corner comes in towards the back post. At the back, it's Crofts. Then Hoban. And then Walker goes over the bar again. Most of the time it was Janos there. Oh no, it was Walker initially. I was correct. And Sydney University hang on as they try to keep themselves just down by the 1. Capitanellis comes deep. That was a real trick play. Ball into the path of Hill. Finds Caspers. Tries to find Capitanellis, who's got the pace over Golding. Great cross all the way to the back where Cockeriss is waiting. Tries to bring it down. Oh, that's surely a penalty. Oh, well, that's a really, really controversial take here. Cockeriss was trying to line up a shot, and she is just completely bundled over by Janos, who made no attempt to win the ball or even get the ball. Well, actually, she did initially block the efforts when Cockeriss tried to go around her, but the aftermath of going straight through her was very, very controversial indeed. Referee probably makes the right call. But I tell you what, Sydney University fans here weren't happy about it. Golding can't keep that one in. There's another wonderful cross from Capetanellis on her left foot. Caspers does well to win that in amongst 3 or 2 challenges. Hill does really well to keep the ball going. Caspers does win the free kick on this occasion, as Frugale is told to say that she went through the back of the opponent. Sandbrook does well to maintain possession. Here's Hill into Caspers, back to Hill. Nice layoff, nice touch. But once again, APIA scramble well defensively. Sandbrook just hoists it long towards Tay, whose layoff isn't too bad. Long here to Capetanellis, who laid it off well, but there's no player in the middle waiting for it. Cavaliers with an important touch to stop APIA's break. Sandbrook just goes long, and Tay is onside here. Seaman's got some work to do. Covers well, though, and then the slip allows her to clear. Again, APIA just managed to squirrel their way out of danger. Done that plenty of times today defensively, and then Janos wins a free kick, and a much needed one to just slow the game down for the home side. Capetanellis. Pass is cut out by Crofts. Then she gives it away to Capetanellis, who redeems herself and wins the ball back. She goes wide out to Cockeriss. That's a lovely weighted pass. One-on-one here with Walker. Goes towards the middle where Tay tries to lay it down. Can't bring it under her spell, though. Sydney Uni, despite going down again by another goal, have looked very good. Capetanellis whips it across. There's Hill in the middle. And Chico has to clear it up for a corner. It's a definite corner. I would be shocked if that was given any other way. Again, they'll look for the in-swinger here, Sydney Uni. Again, they've got a couple of obvious targets. Hoisted high, over everyone's head though on this occasion, a bit too big. Sandbrook will keep it in. Still in here. This APIA managed to, again, just find a way out of danger. It's Caspers who wins the ball there and then is on the different page to Tay. And there will be a change here now for the home side. Well, at least the referee thinks there's a change. Oh, there is. Ashley Brodigan is coming off.
APIA Leichhardt,
like replacement with Charlotte Lancaster coming on up top. Nice work there between the left and right fullback, but APIA do well to cover. Once again, Caspers is there. Now Capitanellis can bring it forward. Here's Hill. Capitanellis goes around Golding. Has players in the middle again. Lovely cross. There's Cockerius, who gets an important touch to it, but it goes out for a goal kick. Kick given. So Uni will once again just load it up. Some indecision on over the actual set piece takers. It's going to be Capitanellis who strides across to take it. A bit of a trick play here. And then another free kick is won as Janos goes right into the back of looked to be Jenny Hill there. No, I think it was Jennifer Cockerius who was impeded. And now they have a free kick in a far more promising position. And on that left foot of Capitanellis, anything is possible. Here it comes now. Lofted towards the top corner, and then it's palmed away by Magus. It could have gone anywhere. It's a corner. It's heading certainly into the roof of the net, that free kick. Magus just had to put a hand on it and a firm 1-2. Short corner offered, not taken. Capitanellis whips it in. There's plenty of players there, but it's well headed away by Crofts. Back out to Capitanellis. Goes for shot herself. Brilliantly saved by Magus, though. She needed to be brave, and she was. Sandbrook just hoists it downfield again. This will probably go out of play for a APIA throw. It does. And here comes a host of changes for Sydney Uni. Off comes Maddie Caspers. Off comes Santha Uric. I think it's a triple change there. I think Poppy Tayer's off as well. Ruby Egan Brown is on. Megan Simpson is on. And the final player, I think, is 22 in Kiara Bonora. Walker brilliantly done to keep that in and to bring the ball forward. Feeney just slips, but does enough to halt the play. Crofts gives the ball away poorly. Nora had the option to find Egan Brown, didn't go for her first time. Brilliantly ball down there by Cockerus. That was flying out of play had it not been for a wonderful first touch. Goes first time to Egan Brown, plenty of weight on it. Here's Capitanellis! It just can't find a shot away. Wonderful cross by Cockerus. Magus just made herself big again and denied the chance for the equaliser. Just under 20 minutes remaining now here at Lambert Park. If you're just joining us, it's APIA 3, Sydney University 2. Oh, heavy touch, that's a poor giveaway. Cockerus needs to find the pass. Goes to Egan Brown, it's not the right option. Seaman will clear. And find Janos, who will just go long up to Crofts. One there by Janos. Finds it into Hoban, but Feeney's there to cover. Not a great touch from Simpson, the first one that she's had. Feeney recovers and then goes long up to Egan Brown. She can't keep a hold of possession though. And APIA just reset. They've got the time to do so. That's a lovely ball over the top here. Lancaster's onside. She's got Crofts in the middle. Can this be four? Oh, it's off the post and away from the goal. It might have even been saved there by Sophia Fante. Once again, they found that ball in the channel. And it was saved. Brilliant save by Fante. And APIA put some daylight between themselves. It's gone near post. Bravely headed away by Simpson. And towards that box again, just punched away from Fante. And now they'll look long, but it's just not got the legs on it, that ball forward. I think they were looking for Capitanellis, but it didn't happen. Ball over the top again to Lancaster. He's well weighted and she's onside. Lancaster, raking ball. It's too heavy, won't find an intended target. Kept in by Janos. Ball comes in again for Crofts, who's onside, brings the ball down and finishes brilliantly. It's poor defence in the end by Sydney University. And finally, APIA do have daylight. And it's their captain again who stands tall. That's 10 goals for the season now. It's a wonderful cross here for Walker, who picks her out. Feeney, to her credit, has been an absolute rock at the back, but has lost the player on that occasion, and she knows it. Croft had all the time in the world. She could have made a cup of tea before she struck that one past Fante. APIA 4, Sydney University 2. What a hell of a game we've had here. Tries to find Capitanellis. Can't do it. And now APIA will certainly just try to run the clock down and force Sydney Uni to try and come out and press them, opening up a little bit more space in behind. Oh, that's a poor giveaway. It's found Egan Brown. Now she's going to try and find Capitanellis. She will do so. It's gone a little wide. Capitanellis whips it in. Unmarked header. Oh, has to score. Kiara Benara comes back to Capitanellis on her right foot. Oh! 4-3. Talia Capitanellis, you can't keep her quiet. Another astounding finish. And it's game on again here at Lambert Park. They should have been ahead via Kiara Benora's header, but Capitanellis won the ball back and rifled a shot into the roof of the net at the near post. Sophie Magus couldn't keep it out on this occasion. And after finally getting a bit of daylight between the two sides, APIA find themselves back just ahead by one. Can Sydney Uni do the unthinkable and try and equalise here? They've got plenty of time to do so. Capitanellis goes long for Egan Brown. Is she onside? Yeah, no, according to the official on the far touchline. I thought she was initially. Just a little eager. Well, if Capitanellis does get another one, she'll be wanting it on the head. Perfect hat-trick potentially on the cards for her today. Left foot and right foot goals so far. Feeney just nonchalant with the clearance on that occasion. Far more effective there. And they come back for the initial free kick. Long ball forward is eventually won by Sydney Uni. Feeney tries to whip it out to Capitanellis, but Golding's there. Sandbrook gets the head on it. Ball forward into Crofts. Is a good one. She's onside. 1-on-1 here with Simpson. Crofts going to the byline. Gets it across the face. A goal! It has to be a goal you would have thought there for Alyssa Rose, but she just... Oh, it might have been Hoban there actually instead. It was... who just got her foot completely under the ball and almost dinked it over the goal rather than drive through it. Sydney University take their turn to dodge the bullet. Hill brings it down well, but Zavalius can't keep it moving forward. They do win it back here, Sydney. Capitanellis is pinched on the ball. She didn't have a lot of room to move into. APIA just trying to go through the players rather than pass it around them. Good ball finds Cockeriss. Comes back on the inside, then dinks to the outside. Cockeriss still going. Janos covers well and will halt the momentum momentarily. Here comes Sydney Uni. Honora back into the path of Zavalius, but doesn't quite find up. Great atmosphere here, and why wouldn't it be? It's an absolute cracking matchup here. All to play for still. APIA desperate to keep the 3 points so that they can stay in the hunt for finals. Sydney Uni looking to claim an important 3 points to keep their finals hopes alive. 1 goal separates them. 1 goal can change the game. Referee keeps the whistle away on this occasion. Kept in by Lancaster, but she loses out there. Now Capitanellis tries to break clear, but Golding covers well, but then slips. And now Capitanellis can storm downfield. Golding's not got the legs. She goes long first time towards Cocarus, who can chase this down. Janos needs to get there and does so and clears away. Good whipping ball in. Megas just punches it. Didn't feel confident. Luckily, there was no yellow and blue checkered shirt there in the middle waiting. Simpson comes out. Does enough to just get it forward. Hill goes wide to Capitanellis now. 1-on-1 with Golding. Goes first time into the middle for Egan Brown, but didn't have the whip on it to find the striker. Forward. Header was missed initially by Crops. Feeney tries to clear it further. Can't do so. And now we will get a change. Looks like it'll be Janos who's coming off, potentially. Or not. It's going to be Fragale who comes off in the centre of the park. Looks like who's going to be replaced by Hannah McNulty.
Shoot for APIA Leichhardt, number 8.
On the score sheet last week, can she provide a difference again today? So far, the difference that is required is actually only for her side to hold the lead. Crofts going into the back of Zavalius. Comes the Seaman. Hoban picks it up well. Golding tries to find a ball forward into Hoban. Sandbrook's there to clear. Janelles will kick this in as well and has some room to move into. Wants to find Egan Brown, but Seaman does well to step up and intercept there. But Simpson pinches it back. Here's Simpson. Feeney goes long first time, but it's too big. Not long left now. Ball breaks down kindly for Walker, who gets there first time. An advantage was on, but they'll come back for the free kick. Time running out now for Sydney Uni. They need to find an answer, and quick. Breaking ball doesn't go very far, but it's a shank clearance from Owen. Crofts in a corner. She won't mind being there. Just to run down the clock, and then a free kick is given here in favour of APIA. On that occasion, Cockerus just guilty of running into the back of Lancaster. What will the home side do? Will they just maintain possession, or will they go for the finisher, one might say, with this remaining minutes left? It looks like they're going to load it in. Siemens there, flicked away and almost in the back of the net. It was actually off Feeney there, who had to get a touch on it. Probably didn't want to cut it as close as she did. Corner to come. Lancaster on set piece duty. Whips it all the way to the back post. There's a head on it. It stays in the field of play. And now an offside flag will be called, which I'm sure that was the right call, because the header initially came off Sydney Uni defender, so technically shouldn't have been offside, but Wayside get away with it. There's some confusion over as to what the call is here. Now it's going to be a throw for APIA, so I think the referee did overrule the linesperson because it wasn't offside. So you need to get it back and then win the free kick. Chance for them to load it forward. That's what they'll do. Doesn't work effectively. Well, that time they get the ball, and that was not appreciated by the home bench. Walker still fighting. Nellis just screaming for it. She's in acre of spaces on the left that they can find it to her. They keep going down the line towards Cockerus. Stay in the field of play here on this occasion. Feeney still going. Wonderful run from the captain. She loses it though to Crofts. Captain on captain tackle. She was Lancaster that picked it up. And now it's Crofts. Crofts has a go, but that will be easily saved. Capitanellas calls for it. It comes her way. Golding with a great touch away. And then Feeney just sends it long. Walker's got some work to do with the bouncing ball. Just hooks it back into the field of play. Game getting scrappy towards the end here with just under 3 minutes to play. APIA just need to find that extra answer defensively just to keep themselves out of danger. Sydney Uni need to come up with something special. Good work from Egan Brown. The shift is on. Nora doesn't work out, and now they break here, APIA. Lancaster goes round. Zavaliers. She has Crofts in the middle on a hat trick. Can't find her. Good cover from Simpson. Now they'll slowly take their time on this corner to just run down the clock. We're probably at 90 minutes now. It's a nicely whipped ball. Great hands by Fante. Has Capitanella's left. Needs to use it. Needs to use her. Doesn't use her. That's an interesting call. Feeney still up top. Looks win the ball. Comes kindly to Capitanellis, who needs some support. Still going. Tries to dink it through, but Seaman's there. Covering once again. Clearance from Sandbrook doesn't work out. Cross picks it up and finds Lancaster. Hoban's making a run through the middle. Still with Lancaster, who will just slow it down and try and eat up as much time as possible. Good ball to the path of Lancaster, and that'll be a goal kick. Just the result they needed there, Uni. It's a good ball forward. Jessica Seaman needs to get a touch on it and wins the header. That's a great header. Just not falling for the away side here. Now they go long through the middle. Egan Brown is chasing. Megan just as a clear. Comes all the way to Lenora, who just slashes. Oh, it's Hill, sorry, just slashes at it. Who had a chance there if she connected with it well. I don't think she was expecting it to come as far as it did. Hill finds Cockerus. Tries to find a ball across. Can't do so. Still Uni's ball. Minutes flashing away. Seconds flashing away. It's a hack clearance into the middle. Just hoisted away. Anywhere will do for APIA at this stage. Finds Capitanellis. Trying to get it onto her left foot. Capitanellis goes for it. She was asking a lot on that occasion. She thinks it took a deflection. The referee says no. It has been telling that in the last few minutes, last 10, 15, since the goal that she scored, they failed to bring it out to the left, Sydney Uni. Good header. Hill. Now Simpson needs to find her, and she does. Capitanellis out on the left-hand side, is onside now. One-on-one with Golding. Here come the support cast for APIA. Hill gets it early, and then it will go out for another throw. Surely there isn't any time remaining, you would think. And then it'll just be cleared away by APIA again. Still with Uni, though. They've got a chance. Cockerus now looking for options. And then hoisted clear again. 90 minutes plus 3 is now up. Cockerus does really well. Gets to the byline. How's the cross? There's Feeney! Capitanellis! Can't get the shot away, and APIA survive. Comes as far as Simpson. Has a go herself. It's not a bad effort, but it's a bit too audacious from that far out. And this will surely be, you would think, the last action when Magus clears this away. It is. What a classic matchup we have had here on a Sunday evening in the National Premier League Women's competition. Topsy-turvy, back and forth, but in the end it's only one winner, and it's APIA Leichhardt, the home side, getting the job done in a game that they really needed to make sure that they claimed the 3 points in. It's heartbreak for Sydney University, who toiled away and came close on a number of occasions, mainly courtesy of their star player Talia Capitanellis, who scored 2 goals to keep her side well within the hunt of claiming some points here today. But in the end, it was opposite captain Ashley Crofts who had the last laugh. 2 very important goals, put her and an assist, claim her side the chocolates today. Cracking game for you to watch back and enjoy throughout the week. Please all enjoy your football for the remaining time that you have this weekend. We'll catch you next weekend for more NPL women's action. My name's Thomas Udo. This is from APIA Leichhardt, Lambert Park, APIA Leichhardt 4, Sydney University 3.